Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, that's me, Debsy. So guys, it is Sunday, and I thought today we could finally talk about July's selection for the Binge Club with Debsy. And if you remember so long ago, I picked season 2 of Hulu's Only Murders in the Building because I loved and adored the first season. So I thought, listen, let's get the gang back together and let's watch it. And I did. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I liked and a couple things that I did not like. And I thought, in honor of my favorite character on the show, that I would be taking in some dips. Yes, you guessed it. I love them all, but my favorite character on the entire show is Oliver Putnam, is Martin Short's character. Just the reason why he's my absolute favorite is, number one, I love his sarcasm, especially his sarcasm when it comes to Steve Martin's character. I also love the fact that he loves dips and he can make like a meal of dips. I love dips. Dips are really the only thing that I'm really good at making, and that's because it's just you put things together and you stir them. So that's why I figured we're gonna be dipping, we're gonna be having some of these, and we're gonna be having some dips. And the other thing that I love is just his flair for the dramatics. The dips that we're having today, we're having crab rangoon dip. This is from, I believe, Aldi, and we're having just some all the good French onion dip. So I think Oliver Putnam would be proud. So this season for Only Murders in the Building, season 2, we are trying to decide, the gang is trying to figure out who killed Bunny Folger. So if you remember, at the end of season 1, Mabel had gone down to her apartment to get some more celebratory champagne. When she got there, she found Bunny in her apartment, stabbed with her knitting needles. This is good. That's real spicy. So, it didn't look good for them. Mabel was arrested. And the rest of the gang, Martin Short and Steve Martin, were people of interest. So the hunt was on to clear Mabel's name and find out who the killer was. This season, as with the first season, was jam-packed full of red herrings. Every episode, you were like, wait a minute, here's a new clue. Oh my God, was it this person? And then, as you find out, I don't think it's this person. And that, I do love that about the show. What else do I love about the show? Well, I love the fact that it's not just a murder, it's not just about murder mystery. They combine some comedy into it. It's sarcastic comedy, but it's just some comedy. I love that. I never thought, ever thought that I would be saying that I love this show with Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Selena Gomez, just because of the ages. But they work perfectly together. Some of the other things that I loved about this season was the supporting cast. In the first season, Howard wasn't in it so much, but Howard, for me, and just his one-liners were just part of the charm of the second season. My favorite part for Howard was near the end, when he just all of a sudden busted out and burst out into a song from Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Just full out dramatics, and I loved it. I also enjoyed Shirley MacLaine. I'm not going to say who she was or who she turned out to be, but Shirley MacLaine was very good in it. At the beginning, seriously, the funniest part for her, whenever she was trying to cut this cheese And it was just taking her forever to cut this cheese. Literally cut this cheese. So I enjoyed her. I was happy to see Jane Lynch back as Saz, as Steve Martin's stand-in, because she was hilarious on the first season. I wish they would have used her more in this season. Andrea Martin, I like that. I'm not going to do a spoiler, but I've always been a fan of Andrea Martin. She wasn't hilarious in this. However, she does serve a purpose, which I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it looks like she's going to be in the third season. I like that they tied up one knot for Steve Martin in this season, but then introduced another one. And I do like Andrea Martin. And listen, now I will tell you, the main reason why I was so excited about season 2 coming was because I had heard a rumor. I'm going to say this. This is not a spoiler. I'm not going to say what happens to him, but my number one dream lover, everybody together with me, Paul Rudd, was in the final episode. And then from when I Googled, he's going to be in season 3. I love Paul Rudd. He's not going to be playing himself. And he looks like he's going to be playing typecast against his normal everyday self, because from what I understand, he's going to be an asshole in this next season. So excited about that. I like the fact also that they got into a little bit of the backstory and the personal lives of the 3 main characters. More so they got into the guys, Martin Short and Steve Martin. They did get into some of Mabel's as well, but I like that they got into that, but they didn't get so far into it that it took away from what you're there for, to solve this mystery. And I feel like it made me kind of care a little bit more about their characters and to understand their characters a little bit more. I like the fact that they kept you guessing till the end. That's what they did in the first one. This one, they did the same thing. Like you were like I honestly thought, oh my gosh, wait, I know who it is, like next to the last episode. And then they introduced something else and I was like, oh my God, wait a minute, how? And seriously, the first season, The Murderer, you were like, oh, okay. This one, I really did not see this one coming until like literally the very end of it. So I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say who it is. Nothing. There's no spoilers in this. So those are the things that I enjoyed. Some of the things that I was not a fan of, I will tell you this right now. I was putting off watching this season a little bit because I absolutely, sorry if anybody likes her, I absolutely do not like Cara Delevingne. I just don't like her. I don't like anything about her. I have not liked anything that she's been in. I haven't seen anything that she's been in because I don't like her. So for her being in there, that kind of actually stopped me from watching it a little bit. But then the promise of there being Paul Rudd and the fact that I love season 1 so much, I just don't like her. I just don't like her. Don't come for me if you like her. Great if you do. She's not my jam. If we're getting into the co-stars, mainly the thing that I didn't like about this season, some of the co-stars. Amy Schumer, she was a waste of casting. Like, I get that she was taking the place of Sting, who moved out, and I guess every season they're going to have like a celebrity playing themselves. I didn't think she was, I personally don't think she's that funny. Like years ago, I thought, hey, she's funny. I don't really think she's even that funny anymore. So there was no reason for her to be in there. Also, when they brought back Teddy Demas, and while I did enjoy like the friendship between him and Mabel whenever they were at, you know, looking for Glitter Guy, not a spoiler, they were out looking for this at Coney Island, I think it was. I mean, it was nice to see that, but I just didn't understand why they brought him back. I don't know. That was kind of like, also, they didn't really, the guy that was there from last year, like her friend that got out of prison, I cannot remember his name. They really didn't bring him back, but they didn't even say like where he's at, like what happened to him. And you're just left like, oh, wait a minute. Didn't they have that guy that she was starting to get kind of close to? And the show kind of started off like a little slow for me. And I remember saying to Kristen, like, Kristen Burns saying, oh, this is, I don't know, this is, and she's like, just wait, it starts to get better. And it did get, I was gonna say it did get very better. It did get better. So that's my take on it. I'm not gonna tell you who did it. There's no spoilers. So don't come at me saying, listen, there's spoilers. So that's what it is. I liked it. I will have to say, I mean, if I'm giving them, if I'm rating the 2 seasons together, I think I would probably out of a 10, I would give the first season probably a 10 or probably a 10. This one I would probably give maybe like a 9.5. So would I say to watch it? Yeah, I would say to definitely watch it. Now, for August pick, I picked The Dropout. I have not watched hardly any of it yet because I just haven't been interested in watching it. I watched part of the first episode. Once again, Kristen Burns said it gets better. So I'm gonna watch that. I'm not going to pick a show for September. But in a follow-up video, I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to pick a movie for everybody to watch. So everybody, there we go. I hope you enjoyed. And if nobody's told you that today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put kindness, compassion, acceptance, love, and hope and positivity out there, because it's a shit show most days. So everybody have a great day, a great weekend. Dolly is making appetizers today. She's making fried zucchini strips. Woo! So everybody have a great day. I love you. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay cool and hydrated. Bye guys.